My name is Stacey Frazer, and I am a grad student working on my master's in film and television at Savannah College of Art and Design. I am the director, writer, and producer of The Sweetest Thing. Yeah, so initially it started as a class project, and I didn't know what to write about at all. And my brother gave me the advice of, start with one word. So for 2 days, I was walking around the house like, one word, one word. And the one word that eventually came to mind was abortion. From that, all my thoughts and having conversations with a lot of women, it kind of led to The Sweetest Thing. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's one of the biggest topics on women's health for sure. So, we as women, everything from miscarriages to abortions to just what your body goes through in pregnancies. Just to explore those topics and just inform the public about this is what we go through. Having conversations with women of all, walks of life, I've come to become more knowledgeable about all the changes that our bodies go through as women. And it was interesting to me because I don't know that much. I guess that's what I really came to realize, that it's like, man, what do I know? But I'm a woman and I should know these things. And I feel like talking about the subject and in more in depth, things like miscarriages and being on maternity leave and abortions, all the changes emotionally, physically, mentally that you go through as a woman on the journey of experiencing these. It's like, well, what goes into it, and I kind of want to hear those stories more, and it's really intriguing.
Let's talk about the project. Where do you want to see this project go? Where is it going right now?
Yeah. So there is a part 2. I gave away that earlier. How that came about was when I sent out the script to my actors for part 1. And one of the questions I was asked was, so when's part 2? Completely unexpected. But I really wanted to, that really sparked something in me. I was like, oh, there should be a part 2 to this. Okay, I guess we're doing a part 2. So guess what, guys? We're doing a part 2. So just having conversations with some of my actors and talking to people who have seen the film, they want a part 2, and so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give it a part 2 for sure.
Awesome. And now let's talk about women's health and it being so broad and how there's so many ways to talk about it. Are we going to see that in the next film?
Absolutely. So I don't want to give away any spoilers for part 2, but we definitely dive deeper into Sam's journey. I'm not going to tell you whether or not she keeps the baby. Let's see after you watch part 1 what you think. But I definitely wanted to go deeper into Sam's journey, Jess and Whitney's journey, and we kind of get that in part 2. Part 1 has already done so well in the film festival circuit, and it's won numerous awards already for acting and directing. So that's exciting, and that gives us all motivation to get into part 2, and we're all looking forward to it.
Let's talk about women's health and the endless ways to talk about it. How are we going to see that in part 2?
But in part 2, kind of explores Sam's journey, her decision. 1, you get to find out what she does. Does she keep the baby? Does she abort it? Or what that situation is. And also gets a deeper dive into why we left, that backstory, and into Sam's relationship with Jess as her friend and just being an OB, how that dynamic plays out.
And you wanted to end it on a good note with how women's health is so broad and how there's endless ways to talk about it. So let's talk about that conversation about women's health.
Yeah. I also wanted to just have a more inclusive conversation with men, children, to a certain extent, and for the next generation to come and just inform them, educate them so that they know, because knowledge is power.